Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back, and we are back with another video and some latest Manchester United news, this time on that man Paul Pogba. And it's news that will probably bring a great big smile to your face if you are a Manchester United fan, of course, as we hear from Julien Laurens and we get an update on Paul Pogba's future with some quotes from the man himself that were given to Julien after the Roma game last week. So Julian's been sitting on these quotes, it seems, since that game last week against Roma, and he's released them ahead of the second leg of that semi-final. So we'll be going through those quotes, checking out what he thinks and what Paul Pogba has had to say on his Manchester United future. And of course, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. And today, this video is sponsored by the guys at La Bombe. So thank you to La Bombe for sponsoring us. Remember, La Bombe, you have to be over 18, play responsibly. It is gambling, but it's gambling with your mates. You're not playing against the bookie. You're playing against the lads or the ladies or whoever you have your little football chats with and all that. You're playing against them. Now, at the moment, it's me, Hackney, Boovy, Rory and Harry that have been playing. Harry was romping home every single week, taking on the pot, until this weekend just gone, where I won. Last game that gave me the points was the West Ham game, winning 2-1, which gave me a perfect score. Now, you predict all the Premier League games. If you get the most points, then you win and you take home the pot, just like I did last weekend. And me and the lads will be playing again this weekend. And if you want to get involved, the link's in the description below. Play with some of your mates. Remember, you have to be over 18. T's and C's apply, and play responsibly. So as we were saying, let's get stuck into this Paul Pogba story and those quotes coming out from Paul Pogba. And the first one that jumps out to you, the first three words are Paul Pogba saying, "I'm happy here," which is what everybody wants to hear. But this is the full quote. He said, "I am feeling happy here. I play on the left-hand side in a kind of number 8 position, wide but with freedom when we have the ball. I enjoy playing there. I link up well with Bruno and Luke, and the balance of the team is good." Julien Laurens also went on to say that someone who knows Pogba very well and has known him for a long time said to him, "I don't think I've ever seen him play this well at club level. He is at his absolute best at the moment, and he is happy. You can tell." And Laurens went on to say, and this is via United Report as well for this quote, so thank you to them, that Paul Pogba can see himself staying longer than his current MUFC contract, and the club is confident that he will do that. Pogba knows United want to keep him, and he expects contract talks to start as soon as the season is over. Paul Pogba has a strong relationship with Solskjaer, as well as with the rest of the Manchester United coaching staff, including Michael Carrick. So what we're hearing here from all these different quotes and different, sources telling Julien Laurens is that Paul Pogba is happy at Manchester United. "I'm happy here" are the words that came from Paul Pogba, and obviously discussing his position on the pitch on that left-hand side. And I spoke about this before. Paul Pogba looks excellent in that left forward position, left wing position, left attacking mid position, whatever you want to call it. He looks great there, because he's in a similar position to the one that he was in at Juve. If you get Pogba in a midfield three on the left-hand side, that's his best position. And when you play him there in Rashford's position, unfortunately, he's got that opportunity to drift into the middle of the pitch, into that position which he loves the most. And once you do that, you become a free man, because the fullback that's supposed to be marking you isn't going to come across, because he's got to hold his line. And the DM, if they have one, or one of their midfielders, is then going to be preoccupied by a winger, and then your midfielder or whatever is going to have more freedom, or Paul Pogba's going to have more freedom. So him playing in that position gives us a lot. I want to see him in the future in a 4-3-3 with a proper number 6 behind him, Bruno and Pogba, the 2-8s. Obviously Rashford's position is on that left-hand side. But seeing him in that position is real quality, because you get him into areas where he's dangerous. His strength, his physicality, his skill, his finesse with the pass. And when he's in that pocket, just outside the 18-yard box, a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, the way he can pass that ball and just into the spaces is fantastic. So seeing Paul Pogba play at his best is quality. I think he's had periods like this before at United as well. I think it was a 17-18 season where he was, you know, our best player of the year for me. Luke Shaw got given that award. But Paul Pogba is absolute quality. For me, our best player. And to hear these quotes coming out, it makes me feel happy and more confident going into next season. Because as I've said before, United need to be keeping hold of Pogba and Cavani. Going into the summer, losing both those players, when we need a right winger, when we need a DM, when we maybe need a centre-back, and then having to add those two positions onto that as well, you're not going to fill all those positions in one window. We just know the Glazers aren't going to do it. So, in order to make sure we've got to be able to do the right business in the summer, we need to keep hold on to some of the quality players we've got. Paul Pogba is one of them. You know, one of, if not our best player in that team, up there with Bruno Fernandes. And keeping a hold of him would be a massive, massive boost to like Solskjaer's project at the club. Everything. And in that the quotes that we're hearing from Julien Laurens, he also speaks about how Pogba's been delighted with the progression United have made. He feels that if United had started the season better, we'd be in the title race, or, you know, winning the title, and winning the Europa League will show more signs of that progression and give them a boost going into next season. And if that's how he's thinking, then that shows you what kind of job Solskjaer has done at the club. That shows you that if he can get this World Cup winner that's won 4 Serie A titles, that everyone's thought he's going to leave to go to a next club. And you can argue the coronavirus has had its part to play, and finances at other clubs has had its part to play. But if Solskjaer's convincing him this is where his football should be played and he's going to sign a new deal, that's massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for Manchester United, for Paul Pogba, for us fans, because it shows us this team is moving in the right direction. And we can see that ourselves as well. But it's good to get, you know, confirmation from that, from within, from one of our star players that we've feared would leave. In fact, most of us haven't even feared it because we've kind of accepted it. Even people like me who are massive fans of Paul Pogba, and I know he divides opinion sometimes, we've not feared him leaving because we've accepted that he's going to leave. So if he can stay, massive, massive stuff for Manchester United. And these quotes and what we're hearing coming through Julien Laurens is fantastic. From close to him in France as well. And I said it the other week, it does feel like we're getting to that point now where Paul Pogba's going to stay at Manchester United. But I've been here before and changed my mind a week or two, a month or two later. I've been very up and down with this. I think about 2 years ago, I thought he was definitely off. I thought he'd leave last summer, and then obviously he stays because of COVID. Then I felt he's surely off this summer if he's not signing a new deal. But as this season's gone on, I just feel like he's going to sign a new contract. And if he does, great news for United. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. Remember, thank you to La Bombe. You can download La Bombe. The link is in the description below. Remember, you have to be over 18. T's and C's apply. And play responsibly. And of course, get subscribing to the channel as well. I'll be back tonight, if you're watching this before the second leg of the Roma game, with my live reaction. So I'll see you there.